because I was busy in conducting the semester end examination of TYBSc. So, okay. So in the previous lecture, let me show the things which we have done in previous lecture. Yeah, here is the thing. Here, uh, we have seen density property of a real number, that is R. The first proposition was a density of a rational number, which says that between two rational numbers, that is, if x and y are two rational numbers such that x is less than y, or you can take x is greater than y also, doesn't matter, but they must be different, that is distinct. Between two distinct rational numbers, there exists another rational number r. Happen this. That is, here is the description. That is, between any two distinct rational numbers, there exists another rational number, that is r. And that proposition we have proved here. Here is the proof, and we have put the remark, that is between any two distinct rational numbers there exists another rational number. So we go on applying this thing continuously. We get that, or we got that between two distinct rational numbers there are many rational numbers, or you can say there are infinitely many rational numbers. That is, if you take two rational numbers, I will show on the next slide. That is, so this property is known as the density property of rational numbers. That is, the rational numbers are dense. They are dense, means they are very close to each other. You cannot find the gap between two rational numbers. It is very difficult to find the gap. They are very close to each other. So such a property is, that is, in other words, or here is the description, that between two rational numbers there are infinitely many rational numbers. If you take two rational numbers, this one and this one, so there are infinitely many rational numbers. Okay. Yeah. This thing. So we will continue this discussion further. That is a rational number. Rational numbers, all of you know, it is a number of the form P upon Q. P upon Q, where P is integer and Q is natural number. Just mute yourself. Someone is unmuted. Malik. Yeah. Okay. So the number of this form P upon Q is called as a rational number. And then now what do we mean by irrational numbers? Then that is the question arises. Irrational number. The number which is not of this form, the number which you cannot written in this form, is known as irrational number. Right. P upon Q, where P is integer and Q is natural number. Right. Such a numbers are called irrational numbers. So there is no specific definition for irrational numbers. You can take pi. Pi is also irrational number. Right. The E, the number Euler's number Euler's number E, it is also irrational number. Root 2 is also irrational number. Root 3 is also an irrational number. Root 5 is also an irrational number. So see, these numbers, they cannot be written in this form P upon Q, and E also cannot be written in this form. So there is no specific proper definition, just like rational numbers. Right. For rational numbers, how we will identify the rational numbers? Just we check that number. If x is given a real number, for example, if x is given real number, then we can check if it is of the form P upon Q. That is, for example, if I take x equal to 1 upon 10, yeah, of course it is a rational number, because 1 is integer and 10 is natural number. So number of this form is rational number. Right. Now if I take y equal to root 2, then definitely it is not a rational number. So we will make a proposition, that is, there does not exist any rational number r belongs to Q, I should say r belongs to Q, such that r square equal to 2. That is r equal to root 2. You cannot find the rational number are such that whose square gives you 2 or whose square will give you 3, 5 and so on. So we will make this proposition in a formal way. Yeah, we should start recording.
Recording in progress.
The proposition, so we are not going to see the proofs of this proposition because they are simple and they are not the proof is not required. There does not exist rational number R such that R square will give you 2. Right? The square of that number should give you 2. So why 2? In fact, we can generalize this proposition in a more specific, or you can write this proposition in a more general way. Instead of this, we can observe that this 2 is prime number. All of you agree with this one? P is 2 is a prime number.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all of you know the definition of prime number. The number which is divisible by 1 and itself. It's called prime number. So let us take one prime number. Let P be any prime number. Then there is no rational number. Let me write first. There is or there does not there exist no rational number R such that the square gives you P. You cannot find the rational number whose square will give you prime number. This is very important proposition. You should remember throughout your life this one. There does not exist a rational number whose square is prime number. So prime number are not squares of any rational number. So this is very important proposition. By putting different prime numbers, p equal to 2, p equal to 3, p equal to 5, p equal to 7, 11 and so on, you will get various non-rational number, or in other words you can say irrational numbers. Non-rational numbers are nothing but irrational numbers. Okay. Yeah. So again, I will show you the previous lectures slide. Here we have shown that if x and y are rational numbers, then there exists another rational number. So here we have used a rational number, that is we have put the restriction on x and y that they are rational numbers. Okay, now instead of rational numbers you can take them as irrational numbers also, or in a more general way you can take these as these two as real numbers, because real numbers are nothing but the set of real number consists it is nothing but rational set of rational number as well as irrational numbers. Okay, so the next proposition I will write. Proposition, yeah, is very similar to that earlier proposition. If x and y are real numbers, distinct real numbers, such that they are distinct. So according to the law of trichotomy, one is less than the other one. Then there exists rational number R such that x is less than R is less than y. See, instead of this rational number earlier in the previous lecture, we have used this x and y are rational numbers. And so instead of rational numbers, we have used here real numbers. So rational numbers, real numbers are more general than the rational numbers. See, the set of real number, it is the union of set of rational numbers and set of irrational numbers. So if we say that x is real number, then that is, if x is real number, then x can be rational or irrational. So there is no third way. That is, there are only two possibilities. That is, either x is a rational number or it is irrational number. So that thing all of we know. Yeah, here x, we can see the proof. Proof is very simple. Yeah, here again we are going to use Archimedean property. Archimedean property is very important. So as yeah, kiska? Yeah, you can take. Yeah, you can take many numbers. You can take. See, you can take x equal to √2 and y equal to √5. Right, and you can take r equal to in between that you can take it is as no, √3 is not a rational number. It is not an irrational number. So you can take 3. Let us see whether it works or not. No, it will not work. We can take one thing. I will take very simple example. Take it 0. 0 is rational number. All of you agree? Yeah. Or it is a real number. More specific. This is also a real number. Now you take r equal to 2. It is rational number. Between two real numbers, there exists another rational number. A proposition बताता है. But we can generalize this and we can say that between two real numbers there are infinitely many rational numbers. So बाद में हम करेंगे. And इसका proof देखेंगे. उसके बाद higher rational number, irrational numbers also. So that's why it is this property is called density property. तो पहले हम ये समझ के लेंगे. We will first understand this proposition. It is कोई भी दो real numbers ले लो आप. You take any two real numbers. उसके बीच में एक rational number तो आएगा. At least one rational number would exist. Is that okay? Yeah. Is this okay? This proposition clear? Okay. Okay. So let us proceed for the proof. It's very simple. Since x is less than y, x and y are any two real numbers. So here I have taken x is less than y. So y minus x will be positive. So let me write this one. Since x is less than y, y minus x is greater than 0. So it is positive real number. Since x and y are real numbers, so y minus x is also real number. And it is more specifically, it is positive real number. So now we apply Archimedean property. Because what Archimedean property says? For every real number, if x is real number, there exists natural number n such that this natural number is greater than this real number. This is Archimedean property. By Archimedean property, there exists natural number n such that is this part? How we write it? 0 is less than 1 upon n is less than y minus x. That is multiplying both side by n and simplifying this, you will get 0 is less than 1 is less than ny minus nx. Okay, so this gives this minus you can shift on this side. You will get ny is greater than 1 plus nx. This you shift on left hand side, you will get this, and we can call it as 1. Okay, this is a useful expression, so that's why I have numbered it as a 1. Okay, yeah. Now x is a real number, or you can see here x is real number, n is a natural number, so nx will be real number. Okay. So I can try it. Since because natural numbers are nothing but real numbers, natural number, set of natural number, it is a subset of R. All of you know this inclusion. Natural number, it is a subset of set of integers, it is a subset of set of rational number, it is a subset of R, it is a subset of C, and further hyper complex number and so on. And in between you will get hyper real numbers, but that is not the part of undergraduate course. So you should remember this inclusion. So nx is real number. So again, by Archimedean property, there exists the integer, there exists integer m such that, or you can take instead of integer, you can take natural number also. It will not make any difference, but just for such that we know this property, m minus 1 is less than or equal to nx is less than m. You can check one of the property of Archimedean property. One of the application of Archimedean property was this one. We might have seen this one 2-3 lectures back, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there exists an integer m such that this real number lies between m. ऐसा था देखो, x is real number. Then there exists the integer t such that t minus 1 is less than x is less than t. नहीं तो ऐसे भी ऐसे रहेगा शायद, t plus 1 ऐसे something. I am not remembering exactly. T minus 1 यहाँ और t था, या t plus 1 था, but the meaning is one and the same. Okay, yeah, we can call it as 2. Okay, so this gives you now m minus 1 is less than or equal to nx. This implies m is less than or equal to 1 plus nx. 1 plus nx. Okay, so m is less than or equal to 1 plus nx, and here what is that? 1 plus nx is less than ny. So combining these two, we'll get from 1 we get, what is that? This one, m is less than or equal to 1 plus nx is less than ny. Okay, yes. Also from this one you will get nx is less than m. Also from 2 we get nx is less than m. Okay, so now what we will do, let me put full stop. Nx is less than m, m is less than 1 plus nx, and 1 plus nx is less than ny. So combining this, we get combining these two, combining these, just लिखते हैं, combining these we obtain क्या आएगा, nx is less than m, m is less than or equal to 1 plus nx, and 1 plus nx is less than ny. Okay, that is, I can write here also. What is n? N is natural number. See here where it is natural number. Yeah, here we have taken n is natural number, so it can never be 0. So dividing throughout this by n, so we obtain x is less than m upon n is less than y. Okay, yeah. So this number m upon n, it lies between x and y. And what are x and y? They are real numbers. See here, they are real numbers. Yeah, good. What is m? M is integer and n is natural number. So this is the definition of a rational number. So rational number is a number which is of the form p upon q, where p is integer and q is natural number. So that's why we can write, since m is integer, m is natural number, R we define as m upon n. This will be, or this definitely it is rational number. All of you agree with this one?
हेलो सर.
Yeah.
सर ये कंबाइन होके कैसे ऑप्टेन हुआ सर, बताओ जरा एक बार.
ये देखो ना, ये जो रेड कलर का है ना, ये कंबाइन किया है. देखो, कंबाइनिंग these means these two, this one and this one. nx is less than m, right? So nx is less than m here. What is m? अभी m कैसा है? m is less than or equal to 1 plus nx, and 1 plus nx is less than ny. So this ultimately gives us m is less than ny, right?
राइट सर.
Yeah, so that is here.
हाँ सर.
So nx is less than m and m is less than ny. So m is less than my. Understood this inequality?
ओके सर. हाँ सर, अंडरस्टैंड.
Yeah, okay, good. Now this n is natural number, so natural numbers, they are not 0, so we divide throughout by n, so we'll get this this inequality of this form. This x is less than m upon n is less than y. Okay, now what are m and n? M is integer. See here, m is an integer and n is natural number, so m upon n would be rational number.
रैशनल नंबर.
Yeah, so we got here that between two real numbers, that is x and y, there exists rational number. Okay, so let us write this in a ऐसे लिखते हैं फिर उसको, since this are equal to thus there exists rational number R such that x is less than r is less than y. So हमने थोड़ा जनरल रिजल्ट प्रूव किया, जो कि पहले क्या था, कि बिटवीन टू रैशनल नंबर्स देयर इज अ रैशनल नंबर। अभी रैशनल को हमने रियल से रिप्लेस किया, राइट। सो रियल से रिप्लेस किया, इसका मतलब यहाँ पे रैशनल भी आएगा और इरेशनल भी आएगा, मतलब कंबाइनिंग आएगा। ओके, so that is the thing. Okay, here between two real numbers there exist rational numbers. हमने प्रूव किया है rational numbers. In other way or in other side you can make a proposition that between two real numbers, distinct real numbers, there exists irrational numbers also. सिर्फ rational ही नहीं आएगा, irrational number भी आएगा। वो कैसे आएगा? Let us see that proposition. Here, proposition. This statement is same, just this rational number will be replaced by irrational number. Okay, तो कैसे लिखते हैं? If x and y are real numbers, such that x is less than y, then there exists an irrational number some other notation you can use, s, such that this s lies between x and y. So less than x is less than y. Okay, this is the thing you can remember. Yeah, proof is very simple. Just it is based on the earlier proposition. X and y are real numbers, so let me write we know that root 2 into x and root 2 into y. See, root 2 is not a rational number. We have seen root 2 is not a rational number. It is irrational number. X is real number. This is irrational number, means it is also real number, right? So these are real numbers. So real numbers. And where it is, yeah, x is less than y. X is less than y. So to this we have multiplied by root 2 and root 2. So we can have root 2 into x is less than root 2 into y. All of agree with this one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. तो ये क्या हो गया देखो, root 2 into x and root 2 into y, they are real numbers and they are distinct real numbers. So distinct real numbers. So earlier proposition, ये proposition में क्या किया हमने? Between two real numbers there exists a rational number. Right? ये तो in general real numbers है ना, तो यहाँ पे भी हमें मिला कि दो real numbers distinct real numbers मिले. So by previous proposition, so I can write by previous proposition, there exists a rational number R. देखो एग्जाम में ऐसा लिखना नहीं है by previous proposition, because previous proposition वहां पे कुछ नहीं रहेगा, so just you have to write then there exists a rational number, so no need to write these things. जैसे हम लिखते हैं ना by using theorem number 10, by using property number 9, so don't write that one, because there is no reference for previous proposition in the examination. Okay, so then there exists, लेकिन नोट्स में हमें लिखना चाहिए क्योंकि हमें यहाँ पे अंडरस्टैंड करना है, वहाँ पे आपको जो अंडरस्टैंड किया है वो आपको एक्सप्रेस करना है वहाँ पे, so there is no need to write by which proposition. अगर proposition का नाम होता तो हम लिख देते by density theorem with this proof, but no need to write. Then there exists a rational number R such that it lies between these two, such that root 2 root 2 into x is less than R is less than root 2 into y. Okay. What is R? R is rational number. So without any restriction, let us assume R is not equal to 0. Without loss of generality, you can write. Or without any restriction, we assume so R not equal to 0. Okay. ये क्यों assume किया है वो अभी next step में clear हो जाएगा. Now to this inequality we divide throughout by root 2. Then x is less than R upon root 2 is less than y. Okay. Now R is rational number and root 2 is irrational number. So definitely R upon root 2 will be irrational number. Let S be defined as R upon root 2. Then S is an irrational number. It is an irrational number satisfying such that you can write satisfying x is less than S is less than y. S is less than y. Okay. तो यहाँ पे ये the question arises that why R not equal to 0. अगर R 0 हो गया तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? X is less than 0 is less than y. X is less than 0 is less than y. So this 0 is now not irrational number. 0 is rational number है ना? 0 rational number है ना?
Yes sir.
और हमें क्या प्रूव करना है? इरेशनल नंबर प्रूव करना है. मतलब दो रियल नंबर के बीच में एक इरेशनल नंबर है, ये हमें प्रूव करना है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी एज्यूम R नॉट इक्वल टू 0. अगर R इक्वल टू 0 हमने एज्यूम किया तो हमें ये दो रियल नंबर के बीच में एक और रैशनल नंबर मिलेगा, जो कि हमने पहले ही प्रूव किया है. अर्लियर प्रोपोजिशन में हमने वही प्रूव किया है कि बिटवीन टू रियल नंबर देयर एग्जिस्ट रैशनल नंबर. लेकिन यहाँ पे हम प्रूव कर रहे हैं इरेशनल नंबर. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I will state a couple of propositions. So we are not going to see the proof of these propositions because they are very simple and they are just the application of these propositions. But of course they are useful. So that's why I will simply state them. Between any two distinct irrational numbers, there is a rational number. हमने प्रूव किया है, देखो, between two distinct real numbers there is a rational number, between two distinct rational number there is a rational number. ये हमने प्रूव किया है. अभी उसका यूज करके हम ये प्रोपोजिशन स्टेट कर रहे हैं कि between two distinct irrational numbers there is a rational number. Next proposition. Between two rational number there is irrational number. देखो ये प्रोपोजिशन काफी यूजफुल है. सब प्रोपोजिशंस between any two distinct rational numbers there is an irrational number. Okay, and one more proposition I will state, and then we will see overall situation. What is the total scenario? Between any two distinct irrational numbers, there is an irrational number. यहाँ पे rational दिया है, irrational. There is a irrational number. Yeah, this is the thing, that is the density of real numbers. देखो अभी मैं थोड़ा आपको बताता हूँ क्या क्या हो गया यहाँ पे अभी तक. ये तो proposition है. Yeah, if x and y are real numbers, there is a rational number. तो हमने क्या किया, x and y real numbers थे, it is they belongs to R, then एक rational number exist होगा. Right? पहले okay, सबसे पहले हमने देखा था they belongs to Q, they belongs to Q. सबसे पहले मतलब previous lecture में यहाँ पे देखो, if x and y are rational numbers, then there exists another rational number. That is rational number के बीच में एक rational number आएगा. ये पहले हमने prove किया था. Okay, all of you agree with me?
Yes sir.
ये दिवाली के पहले हो गया था.
हाँ सर.
अभी दिवाली के बाद ये हो गया इधर. और रैशनल नंबर हमने रियल नंबर से रिप्लेस किया. ये प्रूव किया. Okay, ये proposition, that is not only rational number, you can replace them by real numbers, and we have proved this proposition. Okay, so after this proposition, with the help of this proposition, we have proved if x and y are real numbers, then there exists irrational number. मतलब दो real numbers के बीच में rational number ही नहीं exist होगा, irrational number भी exist होगा. That means between two real numbers, there exists rational number as well as irrational number. Are you getting this?
Yes sir.
Yeah, good. So between two real numbers, there exists rational as well as irrational number. So you can make this as दिखाया क्या किया यहाँ पे, real number, y is also real number, then irrational number भी आएगा. ये यहाँ पे प्रूव किया. Between two real numbers, there exists irrational number also. Okay. अभी ये तीन proposition देखो. I will write here. Between two distinct irrational numbers, irrational S1 and S2 लेता हूँ, there exists a rational number. ये situation है. मतलब दो irrational number के बीच में एक rational number आएगा. ये पहला proposition. Second one is between two distinct rational numbers, that is I will call R1 and R2, there exists irrational number, that is S, you can call. Okay. And third proposition, between two distinct irrational number, there exists another irrational number, that is S1 and S2 are two irrational numbers, then there exists another irrational number. So overall situation देखो कैसे हो गई है. ये सब क्या किसके बीच में है, ये समझना थोड़ा complicated है, but not that much complicated. Pointer, yeah, here. Between two rational number, there exists a rational number. between two real numbers there exists a rational as well as, oh sorry, I should write here complement rational number. Between two real numbers there exists a rational and irrational number also. So हमने क्या जनरलाइज किया, देखो स्टेटमेंट कैसे होगी, बिटवीन टू रियल नंबर्स देयर एग्जिस्ट रैशनल एज वेल एज इरेशनल नंबर्स, राइट. अभी ये रियल नंबर्स हैं, सो रियल नंबर्स मींस रैशनल हो सकता है या इरेशनल हो सकता है. तो हम पहले क्या करेंगे, इरेशनल ले लेंगे, तो ये इसमें रिड्यूस हो जाएगा. देखो बिटवीन टू रियल नंबर अभी हम इरेशनल नंबर से रिप्लेस करेंगे. इट इज बिटवीन टू irrational numbers there exists rational number. okay, अभी ये स्टेटमेंट पे आते हैं, between two real numbers there exists irrational numbers. अभी ये रियल नंबर्स हम रैशनल नंबर से रिप्लेस करेंगे. ये रैशनल, इरेशनल, रियल, ये थोड़ा वर्डिंग सुन के थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो सकता है, बट डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज. रियल नंबर उसके बीच में इरेशनल नंबर आएगा. ये रियल नंबर्स हैं, तो ये रियल नंबर्स है, तो पॉसिबिलिटी क्या हो सकता है, ये रैशनल या इरेशनल हो सकता है. इरेशनल है तो इधर आएगा, रैशनल है तो इधर आएगा. एंड वन मोर थिंग, बिटवीन टू रियल नंबर्स देयर एग्जिस्ट इरेशनल नंबर्स. अभी ये रियल नंबर्स इरेशनल भी हो सकते हैं, दैट इज बिटवीन टू इरेशनल नंबर्स देयर एग्जिस्ट अनदर इरेशनल नंबर. ओके, सो ओवरऑल दिस, ये सारे प्रपोजिशन देख के we can conclude that between two real numbers, देखो between two real numbers there exists rational as well as irrational numbers, and rational as well as irrational numbers, that is set of rational number union with set of irrational number, they forms what they forms, can anyone tell me?
So set of real numbers.
Yes, very good, correct, set of real numbers. So दो रियल नंबर्स के बीच में रैशनल भी आ रहा है, इरेशनल भी आ रहा है. सो यू कैन से दैट बिटवीन टू रियल नंबर्स देयर एग्जिस्ट अनदर रियल नंबर. आप कोई भी रियल नंबर ले लो, वेरी क्लोज टू ईच अदर, कोई भी दो रियल नंबर ले लो, उसके बीच में एक रियल नंबर आएगा. अभी एक रियल नंबर आएगा, ये हम यहाँ पे बता रहे हैं, बट वी कैन रिपीट दिस प्रोसेस कंटिन्यूअसली, राइट. रिपीट कैसे करेंगे, it is x and y are real numbers, and we can have r or y r, I should take z is another real number, right. Between two real numbers there is another real number, right. तो ये proposition अभी हो गया. अभी क्या हो गया, x is real number, z is also real number, so between x and z there exists another real number, you can call it as x1, right. And z is real number, y is real number, so another real number you can call it as y1, right. अभी x रियल नंबर है, x1 रियल नंबर है, तो इसके बीच में भी एक आएगा x2. x1 रियल नंबर है, z रियल नंबर है, तो इसके बीच में आएगा x3 यू कैन कॉल. z रियल नंबर है, y1 रियल नंबर है, तो इसके बीच में आएगा y2. y1 रियल नंबर है, y रियल नंबर है, so between two real numbers there is another real number, you can call it as y3. अभी x रियल नंबर है, x2 रियल नंबर है, तो इसके बीच में और एक रियल नंबर आएगा जो कि x4 हम बोलेंगे इसको. x2 रियल है, x1 रियल है, सो इसके बीच में एक रियल नंबर आएगा x5. x1, x3 they are real numbers, so you can have x6 between them, and between these two you will have x7. Here you can have y4, and here y5, y1 and y3 के बीच में y6 आएगा, इधर y7 आएगा. So ये x4, x5, x6, x7, y4, y5, y6, y7, and of course y1, y2, all these. Let me put this. These lies between x and y. तो पहले हमने प्रूव किया between two real number there exists another real number. So not only one, हम ये continuous अगर करेंगे तो you will get infinitely many real numbers. Got this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So यहाँ पे एक bottom line लिख देते हम, and we will stop. Conclusion. between any two distinct real numbers, there exists how many real numbers? How many real numbers? Yes, somebody can respond. Anyone can? Infinitely many. देखो एक हमने प्रूव किया तो इसके बीच में ये कंटिन्यूअसली अप्लाई करते जाएंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? Infinitely many. So between two distinct real numbers there exists infinitely many real numbers. So अब कोई भी दो distinct real number लो very close to each other, that is 0.9 and 0.99 or 91 you can take. So इसके बीच में भी infinitely many real numbers आएंगे. So this is the meaning of this statement, that is between two distinct real numbers there exists infinitely many real numbers, and this property is called density property of R. Let me write this one. This is known as density property of R. So if someone asks you that is between two real numbers, how many real numbers are there, then you should say infinitely many real numbers. Okay,
Recording stopped.
is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay. So I will stop it here. And, maybe in the next week we shall continue our discussion. Only one